Pokopia's very first event drops on March 9th, and if you're not ready for it, you might miss out on 3 Pokemon that may never come back. But that's not even the biggest news. I've been messing with the clock in Pokopia and discovered that time skipping doesn't just speed up builds. It lets you farm legendary Pokemon on Dream Islands, and someone just found the next event hiding in the game's code. A Sableye event is coming, and the community cracked it wide open by advancing their date. Today, I'm covering everything on how to prepare for the Hoppip event, how time skipping works, and how to use it to hunt Entei, Raikou, and Suicune on Dream Islands, and what's coming next. Let's get into it. I hope you guys are having a blast taking your adventure through Pokopia. If you guys enjoy these Pokopia type videos, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'm gonna keep you guys updated with everything you need to know. And today we're talking about time skipping. I do want to throw a small disclaimer on this video that I definitely understand that not everyone is a fan of time skipping. I'm a big believer that you paid $70, you should play the game how you want to play it. Don't let someone else tell you how to play it or not to play it. So if you want a time skip, this video is for you. If you don't, it's all good. The More Spores for Hoppip event starts on Monday, March 9th at 4 p.m. Eastern and runs until March 24th at about 5 p.m. Eastern. You'll have 2 weeks. During this event, 3 Pokemon become available that are not in the base game: Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff. If you miss this window, those 3 Pokemon may not be available again for a long time, or potentially ever. These are event exclusives. As a small disclosure, obviously you can use time skipping to get to events. However, I haven't tested what happens when you skip ahead and then try to go back to an event, especially when that's passed. So I would make sure that you grab your Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff in this window. Step 1 is you're gonna befriend Hoppip. During the event, Hoppip will appear naturally in your town. Talk to it, befriend it, done. This is the easy part. Step 2, you'll collect cotton spores on Dream Islands. Special cotton spores will spawn on Dream Islands during the event period. Travel to your Dream Islands using your Drifloon and your dolls and gather as many spores as you can. If you haven't found Drifloon yet, he's pretty accessible very early game. You'll build his little habitat by using 3 campfires, and ultimately you'll be able to travel to Dream Islands. It's also worth noting that you need to have the Pokemon Center set up, so make sure you play to that point in the game. Step 3 is you're going to trade your spore clusters for picnic furniture. Take your collected spores to the Pokemon Center and exchange them with Hoppip for special picnic-themed furniture items. Then, step 4, you'll use those picnic furniture items to create habitats that'll attract Skiploom and Jumpluff. This is the key. Hoppip comes to you, but you'll need to build the habitats for its evolutions using the event reward items. Remember, Pokemon don't evolve in Pokopia. Each stage needs its own habitat. And as I mentioned, this is a critical requirement. You must have a rebuilt Pokemon Center in at least one of your towns. If you haven't done that yet, this is your #1 priority. Get the Pokemon Center built before 4 p.m. tomorrow, or you're not going to be able to join in on the fun with Hoppip. Also, it's worth noting that these events do not work on Cloud Islands. This is for the main game only. My advice is to grind your cotton spores hard in the first couple days, get those habitats built for Skiploom and Jumpluff early on so you have maximum time to attract both of them before the event will end. Don't wait until the 23rd of March and panic. And here's where it gets interesting. A player by the name of Amashiku R2 advanced their system clock and discovered that the next Pokopia event is hiding in the game. From April 30th to May 13th, a Sableye event is coming. And I'll tell you how to time skip at the end of the video, but you can actually do this event right now. During this event, Pokemon Centers will be decorated with jewels and crystals, and a Sableye will appear to sell Sableye-themed items as well as crystal materials. Sableye is listed as the 4th Pokemon in the event Pokedex, with Hoppip, Skiploom, and Jumpluff being the first 3. This suggests that no other events happen between Hoppip and Sableye, meaning April is likely a quiet month before the next event drops. Now, I personally tried pushing my clock even further to see if there were more events beyond Sableye, but I didn't find anything. That likely means that future events will come through game updates and patches, rather than being preloaded in the current build, but the fact that Sableye is already in there is pretty awesome, and the jewel crystal aesthetic is going to look incredible in people's towns. Alright, let's talk about the mechanic that makes all of this possible: time skipping. And again, before anyone comes at me in the comments, you can play the game how you want to play it. Some people want to take it day by day, some people want to speed things up. There's no penalty for time skipping in Pokopia, as far as I can tell. Your Pokemon don't leave, you're not going to lose any progress, nothing breaks, it's your game. Play it your way. Here's how to do it in 5 seconds. Step 1 is save your game. You always want to save first, just in case. Then you'll press the home button on your Nintendo Switch. You don't need to close Pokopia, you can leave the game open. You'll go to your system settings, scroll all the way down to system, then select date and time. You're going to turn off synchronized clock using the internet. This lets you manually edit your date and time. Step 5 is you set whatever date and time you want, confirm it, then jump back into Pokopia. The game immediately reflects the new time. A few things to know. A new day in Pokopia starts at 5 a.m. If you skip forward past 5 a.m., you'll spawn back at your house as the world reloads. That's normal, not a bug. Any buildings under construction will complete when the new day hits. Plants will advance a growth stage, your Dream Island visits reset, and your daily shop rotation refreshes. It's worth noting that when you do this time skip, If you're using it to manipulate your dream islands, you want to make sure you're doing it when you're not on the dream island. Make sure you're on the mainland. If you try to do a time skip on dream island, it actually doesn't do anything for you. You should be able to skip backwards with no penalty as well. I definitely went forward a bunch and I went backwards a bunch and I had no issues. The only issue I personally ran into is when I got the Sableye event. I wasn't able to get the Hoppip event to pop back up, but I'm going to see what happens tomorrow once I have more time to mess around with it. Now here's the real power play. You can use time skipping to farm dream islands for Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, and here's exactly how you do it. Normally, you can only visit one dream island per day. Use a doll, Drifloon takes you, you explore, you come back, done for the day. But if you time skip forward to the next day, your dream island visits reset. That means you can go again and again and again until the legendary hunting actually spawns. Because here's the thing, the legendary beasts are not guaranteed spawns on dream islands. They're random. You might find one on your first visit, or you might go 10 times and see nothing. Time skipping lets you brute force it, and you can do this very early on in the game. To find Suicune, you'll use the Eevee doll. This will take you to the Wasteland Dream Island. You can find the Eevee doll on Bleak Beach or buy it from the PC shop at the Pokemon Center. It's also part of the initial storyline. To find Entei, you'll use the Arcanine doll. This will take you to the Volcanic Dream Island. The Arcanine doll can be found inside the Rocky Ridge's interiors through exploration. And lastly, Raikou. You can use the Pikachu doll. This takes you to the Ocean Dream Island. You can find the Pikachu doll on Bleak Beach in a random hut, or you can buy it from the PC shop. When you're on the Dream Island, look for caves and explore them thoroughly. The legendaries hide behind structures that look like block prisons. They stand out because they look completely different from the natural cave walls. Entei's blocks are volcanic, Suicune's are made of ice. Break through them and the legendaries should be waiting behind them. If you don't find the legendary on a visit, leave your Dream Island, go to your home screen, time skip forward a day past 5 AM, reopen, and try the same doll again. The Dream Island layout randomizes each day, so you get a fresh chance every time. It's also worth noting that by utilizing this time skip method in Dream Islands, you'll have a huge opportunity to get a ton of different recipes, a ton of rare items, and much more because you'll be going to these islands a bunch. It's up to you whether you want to farm for those things or just strictly focus on the legendaries. And here's a quick pro tip. If you have a friend who's already befriended one of the legendaries, you can visit their world in co-op and use a star piece on the legendary. It gives you an item to place in a habitat back in your world to summon the beast. Star pieces are crafted from 99 Stardust, which you'll collect on Dream Islands. So even your farming runs that don't spawn a legendary can be productive if you're getting Stardust. Just a few quick tips before we wrap up this video. You can use time skipping to speed up your Pokemon Center builds. These take one real world day, but you can do it pretty quickly. You can trigger weather changes by skipping time. Some Pokemon only spawn in rain or specific conditions, so you can always do this. Time-gated story events like the Zoro encounter and the hide and seek minigame can be unlocked a little bit faster by advancing the clock. And if you're worried about the Hoppip event, you can time skip into the window early, set your clock to March 9th at 4 PM or later, and the event should activate, though you could just play it as normal at this point. Hoppip's dropping on the 9th, Sableye's are coming in just a few weeks, and we'll have to wait and see what happens from there, but if you're playing the early game of Pokopia, you can use these time skips to get yourself the legendary beasts. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more epic Pokopia videos.